Hey, good morning, everyone. Morning warm up. Let me ask you this question. Are you an overthinker? Do you suffer from overthinking? A lot of us do. One of the things that I loved when I was growing up, and I had amazing parents, but my dad had the ability to not overthink. I just don't know if he ever worried. And the challenge with overthinking is simply this, is that when we overthink things, it creates anxiety, it creates stress. We don't have the ability to react in a proper way because you've probably heard the term catastrophizing, where we only think of the worst case scenarios. And so I'm going to give you 11 things to think about if you're an overthinker. And maybe you want to work on some of these. Maybe you're already trying some of these. Maybe you're not trying these, but you want to try them. So let's just go through them. So the first one is what's called mindful meditation. When I'm overthinking, I've got to redirect my conscious mind to something other than what I'm worrying about or what I'm overthinking. And so just mindful meditation just gets you into a state of calm. There's a great app called the Calm app that you can use, where if you just have a daily practice of just 10 minutes of just meditation, of just calming yourself and getting your mind in a space where you're in an optimistic mood, you're focusing on something other than what you're worrying about. That's just a really simple way to get started. The next one is what's called cognitive restructuring, and this one I like to use, where I literally sit down when I'm overthinking something and I ask myself, is what I'm worrying about true? Is what I'm worrying about something that I can control? And what would be the opposite outcome other than what I'm worrying about? Cognitive restructuring. Folks, restructure the story, because the problem is when you overthink things, you just keep telling yourself the same narrative of it not happening, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy if you think about it. Number three is exposure therapy, and that means then, okay, if you want to worry about it, then think it through. Okay, so let's think it through. What could be the worst thing? And then I always ask myself this question, could it be worse? And the answer almost every single time is yes, it could be worse. But exposure therapy is a good one. Number four, self-compassion. Folks, take care of yourself, right? Sometimes when I'm feeling like I'm overthinking something, I go, okay, what can I go do that I really love to do? What gives me joy? And in my case, I'm a musician, so you know what? Sometimes if I'm overthinking, I said, you know what? I just need to go play my drums, or I just need to go do something that's going to distract me a little bit of something that I really enjoy doing. And then with that one as well is what's called, the next one is time boxing. And there is where, okay, if I really have to worry about it, then I'm going to give it a time frame of doing it. And I'm going to just say, okay, I'm going to worry about this for 10 minutes and then I'm done. I'm not worrying about it anymore. All right, let myself worry. And I give it a time frame. I give it a box of time that I'm going to allow myself to do it. And the other one, along the lines of self-compassion, is number six, is just simple exercise. Many times when I find myself overthinking, I'll just say, you know what, I'm going to go for a run, or I'm going to go for a bike ride, or I'm going to go for a hike. And what I do is I get out of that space. Now, when I go for a hike or I do that, then I then go back into the one that I talked about, which was cognitive restructuring. So when I am doing something that I enjoy, or I am exercising, I'm not going to exercise and worry. I'm going to exercise and do some cognitive restructuring. Seven is one of my favorite ones. It's just simply journaling. Just journaling out the scenarios that you want to have happen, as opposed to worrying about the things that you don't want to have happen. Number eight is a positive distraction. Do you have people in your life that give you joy? People that you can be around? They can create the ability to cause you to stop overthinking by being around fun people or those optimistic people in your life. Seven is basically just a gratitude practice. Just simply today saying, hey, what am I grateful for? We all have things every single day to be grateful for. 10, and this is a big one, limiting the news and social media consumption. So many people spin out of control because of the social media or the news that they watch. You know what? Reduce that consumption. And then last but not least, I got to tell you, if all that stuff doesn't work, you know what? Therapy. See a therapist about the overthinking that you're doing. And I got to tell you, I think therapy is a good thing. Therapy is a great thing, by the way. It's not a bad thing. It's not something that people shouldn't, oh my gosh, I don't want to tell people I have a therapist, but you know what? Therapy's great. So those are 11 things that you can think about if you're an overthinker. All right, everybody, hey, be awesome and help somebody. Make it a great day. I'll talk to you later.